Home robots, flying cars, and smart gadgets, the best of big companies and small startups from the year's biggest tech show, Consumer Electronics Show 2021. The online format didn't make the show any less interesting, so give it a like and watch the video till the end. Samsung unveiled several robots at CES 2021. Samsung Bot Care is designed as an assistant, companion, and caregiver. Bot with elements of artificial intelligence analyzes human behavior and anticipates its needs. The robot will remind you to stretch your legs if you're sitting late at the computer, warn you about the upcoming video conference, prepare materials for the presentation, and choose the best place for it, taking into account the lighting and the background. The second robot, Samsung Bot Handy, is intended to be an at-home assistant. It's equipped with a manipulator with 3 degrees of freedom, a camera, and a claw-like grip. The robot's able to recognize objects and the material of which they are made of to calculate gripping strength. It also analyzes the surroundings of an object to pick them up correctly. According to the company, Bot Handy will be able to work autonomously around the house, helping to set the table, remove dirty dishes, collect, sort by color, and load laundry into the washing machine. Not only is the robot able to move around on the floor, but it also can reach up to stack clothes on top of the shelf. The robots are not yet ready for mass production, and their price is unknown. For now, the company is only studying the possible demand the public might have. The latter, by the way, is reacting rather critically, doubting that Bot Handy is really capable of performing the advertised functions, and that Bot Care is actually useful and will justify the cost, whatever it may be. In fact, we've seen such concepts of assistants for several years now in a row, including an early version of Spot with a lever on its back and UBTech's Walker robot. And while Spot has recently made headlines for cleaning clothes, we won't be seeing a real useful home robot to help with household chores with its hands anytime soon. But a smart vacuum cleaner from Samsung will be available this year. JetBot 90 AI is equipped with a LiDAR for accurate 3-dimensional mapping. The robot can detect objects in its path, avoiding fragile objects such as vases and confidently cleaning up the sturdier ones such as furniture. ITRI, Applied Technology Research Institute, also introduced a dual-arm system. The dual-arm robot is capable of performing a delicate task such as grasping fragile objects and playing the piano. 5 Fingers advanced sensor technology and machine learning algorithms should allow the robot to perform a wider range of tasks in the future without special programming. So far, the robot is only a prototype, but we'll continue to monitor its development. General Motors unveiled a futuristic concept of a single-seat electric drone, the Cadillac eVTOL, at CES 2021. The vertical takeoff and landing drone is equipped with a 90 kilowatt-hour electric motor with 4 motors, allowing each electric car to fly at speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour. In the future, the company promises to introduce a 2-seat version of the drone as well. General Motors also unveiled an autonomous delivery van. Company officials say they're rethinking the future of personal transportation, and in their opinion, these 2 concepts reflect the most in-demand models for the next 5 years or more. IBM has partnered with research nonprofit organization ProMare to unveil unmanned seafaring technology at CES. The onboard AI captain system, developed for the Mayflower Autonomous Ship project, is capable of controlling research vessels in the ocean. It includes computer vision, automation software, and Watson technology for decision-making during autonomous voyages. LG unveiled the disinfector robot Chloe the Bot. In previous shows, it wouldn't have stood out at CES, but today, a robot for disinfecting high-traffic areas such as hotels, schools, and offices is more relevant now than ever. The company has announced a sales launch in the very near future. ANYbotics showed off its open-source robot Richie at CES, which is now teleoperated. The robot has a VR headset with handheld controllers through which it can be controlled from anywhere in the world. This innovation only supported the general trend in robotics to use robots instead of humans to reduce personal contact. At CES, the British company Shadow Robots gave us info about a new stage of its work. The Tactile Telerobot, previously supplied mainly to research institutes, will now get a real and important application. Innovate UK has provided the company with funding to bring the robot to Pfizer vaccine manufacturing process. The sensitive and accurate Tactile Telerobot will work in a sterile box instead of people having to perform a number of operations with uncomfortable gloves. Roboson has unveiled yet another new product, its K1 educational robot, which should go on sale this spring for only about $300 for the most advanced version. The robot has 17 servo motors, can dance, walk, shoot, and perform other tricks. The robot's controlled by voice commands or through an app. It allows children of all ages and skills to determine and learn the basics of programming in a real, smart, and agile robot. Sony unveiled the first Airpeak drone with 4 rotors and a Sony Alpha 7S III camera, a full-frame model with an interchangeable lens that can shoot 4K video. The new drone is considered the smallest drone capable of carrying an Alpha camera, and it's designed for professional video and photography. Details about the drone are not yet available, but Sony has said a release is as early as this spring, so we will wait and let you know about the official release. Moorebot, which is a manufacturer of robots and software, introduced a new creation, a Robot Spy Scout. The self-contained robot can explore its surroundings and keep an eye on children or animals while you're away. The robot's equipped with an FHD camera that has night vision, voice control, and streams directly to your smartphone in real time. The operating system is Linux Plus open source ROS. The battery charge lasts for 2 hours, and afterwards, the robot will send itself back to its base for charging. The price of the robot is currently $179. Bionic Hive introduced its fully autonomous Squid Warehouse robot at the show, capable of climbing shelves. The robot has 3D movement capabilities, has built-in controls, and is able to analyze data in real time to learn from problems that arise and apply those lessons learned to other areas of the warehouse. The solution adapts easily to any warehouse and has already been praised by professionals. Panasonic unveiled a holographic display for cars of the future that has an artificial intelligence and augmented reality head-up display. The visual driver assistance system projects a laser holography onto the windshield, displaying information meaningful to the driver. Heads-up displays provide data on the traffic situation, navigation assistance, data on driving speed, current fuel levels, warns about pedestrians in the night, and also allows the driver to extend their field of vision to a distance of 10 meters or more. The system monitors the direction of the driver's gaze, as well as the movement of objects around the moving car, and dynamically adjusts to each accordingly. Yves Saint Laurent and L'Oreal presented a gadget for creating any shade of lipstick. The device is able to match the shade of clothes to hair, create a user-defined color, and replicate it from a photo. The gadget gives out one portion of the lipstick, which you can apply with a brush from the kit. The price is currently at $299. At the exhibition, there were several interesting solutions for the smart home. For example, wellness toilet from the Japanese manufacturer Toto. The device scans the human body and its waste with sensors, analyzes the data, and suggests dietary changes through a mobile app. The novelty, which even offers cooking recipes, will appear on the market in a few years. British startup Lasso Loop Recycling presented its concept of a smart home garbage sorter, Lasso, at CES. It's supposed to clean plastic and metal from food scraps and determine whether the material is recyclable or not. Lasso analyzes incoming trash with a camera and AI. If the waste cannot be recycled, it returns it to the owner. The trash is then steam cleaned, shredded, and sent to a separate storage slot. The Lasso mobile app helps determine if a product's packaging is recyclable by barcode right in the store. The tentative release currently is at 2023, and preliminary cost is about $3,500. The Nobi ceiling light with a fall sensor and artificial intelligence for active monitoring can detect dangerous situations in your home of the elderly and alert relatives or social services. The smart light also has a built-in smoke and air quality sensor and a 4G SIM card just in case the Wi-Fi fails. There was an entirely separate place at the show that was occupied just by smart masks. For example, gaming manufacturer Razer introduced a Project Hazel mask, an N95 certified respirator class mask. The mask is able to filter out about 95% of bacteria. The transparent mask with lighting for darkness allows you to see the emotions of the interlocutor as well as amplify the voice thanks to the built-in microphone and speakers. The xRapid Group introduced the xHale mask, which features inhaled and exhaled air. The mask monitors a person's breathing rate and compares the readings with previous ones using a special app. Canadian software gadget developer Hubble Connected has solved another mask-related problem. Presented at CES, the MaskFone not only protects the lower part of the face, but also contains built-in headphones. The American company BioIntelliSense showed a compact health monitoring device called BioButton. It's attached to the body with medical glue, and the gadget continuously measures body temperature, heart and respiratory rate, as well as activity, sleep levels, and analyzes changes that may indicate some early symptoms of a viral infection. Japan's Vanguard Industries Incorporated has introduced the MOFLIN robotic pet. The fur-covered device can move and make sounds as well as learn and develop through the use of its artificial intelligence technology. The robot's equipped with an accelerometer that has gyroscopes, touch sensors, and a microphone. It recognizes people by the way they interact with it, and it develops its own character over time. The charger for the device is shaped like an egg, and the price of this robot is $400. The educational robot Moxie from the startup Embodied, recently announced by Time magazine as one of the best inventions of 2020, also made its mark at the show. The companion robot helps children develop and learn through play. It was created with the participation of teachers and experts in child development and is characterized by its increased safety. However, the price of this robot is not exactly modest at a whole $1,700. What robots and tech from CES 2021 did you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments, subscribe to the Pro Robot channel, and don't miss any new episodes. Artificial intelligence solved the problem of eternal life, a new era of invisible planes, drones to launch satellites into space, the first video of the Boring Company station, and other high-tech news. Silicon Valley has become a symbol of modern progress, and companies from there have become new leaders of the global economy. But how did the Valley become the center of innovation in the first place? And can the average person invest in the companies that will become the future Amazons and Teslas? The answers are in a documentary about Silicon Valley by the folks at United Traders. They did a pretty good job and went to the States to personally find out all the secrets from the businessmen who live there. The movie is not only nice to watch, but it also explains how you can become an investor in Silicon Valley companies. Find the link to the video in the description. Researchers at DeepMind, owned by Alphabet, have reported on artificial intelligence solution to one of biology's greatest problems. The AlphaFold algorithm was able to reliably predict the spatial structure of a protein. The discovery will dramatically change the treatment of many diseases and enable the creation of designer drugs, vaccines, help understand how many diseases arise and proceed, and multiply life expectancy. Currently, 200 million proteins are known, and about 0.1% have been studied. Engineers from Disney Research and the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Zurich have presented an algorithm that allows robots to carve sculptures of a given shape out of clay, leaving strokes as if they were handmade. The user only needs to create a 3D model of the sculpture and divide its surface into zones, which the robot will work through separately. Trajectory of the tool, the robot calculates itself, and he manages to work out even the smallest details, despite the fact that he was given a fairly rough tool. NASA has posted on the network Amazing Martian Panorama, composed of images taken by the rover Curiosity from the top of the ridge Vera Rubin. The ultra-wide panorama is composed of 16 images taken during a rare period of good weather with a range of about 80 kilometers. In addition, the video shows Curiosity's routine since it became operating in 2012, from its landing site to Yellowknife Bay and all the way across to the Bengal Dunes. China's Chang'e 5 space mission is proceeding as planned. On December 1st, the descent module and takeoff module made a soft landing on the moon. It then took 2 kilograms of soil samples from the lunar surface and subsurface, packed them and transported them to the takeoff module, which successfully launched from the satellite surface back to Earth. The 1.2 million-year-old soil samples were delivered for the research in mid-December. China has launched a fully autonomous cab system from the company AutoX. 25 cars took public roads of the southeastern Chinese city of Shenzhen without insurance, i.e. without an operator behind the wheel or remote control. For now though, AutoX drones are driving around the city without passengers. In total, the company has about 100 cars in its fleet that are being tested in special zones around the country, so far with an insurance driver at the wheel. In the process, the autopilot learns, collects data from different regions, and becomes more sophisticated. Next year, the geography of the test operation will expand. Interestingly, AutoX developers take into account different driving styles in different regions of China when creating the autopilot. BAE Systems is working on the Magma drone, which could usher in a new era of stealth combat aircraft. The 3.7-meter wingspan drone relies on air circulation to control instead of rudders, flaps, ailerons, and other flight controls. It allows maneuvering by redirecting airflows, leaving the drone through slots on the trailing edge of the wing. The aircraft changes course using a deflected thrust vector and redirecting exhaust gases. The absence of external moving elements make the drone as invisible to radar as possible. So far, the drone is not finished. The developers will announce the appearance of an updated model, including any external moving elements. The Avenum startup company introduced the Raven X drone for launching small satellites into Earth's orbit. The drone is 24 meters long, 5.5 meters high, and has a wingspan of 18 meters. As it rises to the upper atmosphere, it launches small rockets that carry cargo weighing from 100 to 500 kilograms into space. The system is fully autonomous and unpretentious about weather conditions. The company expects to reduce the price to a few $1,000s per kilogram of cargo to complete on cost with SpaceX. The first mission will take place after the flight test in 2021. The customer is the U.S. Space Force. ANYbotics received over $22 million to develop and scale its business. Recall that the company is developing a four-legged robot, Animal C, capable of performing tasks with a high degree of autonomy in dynamic human environments. The robot has simultaneous localization and mapping, otherwise referred to as SLAM functionality, and can avoid unexpected obstacles thanks to stereoscopic optical cameras and a LiDAR system. In one of our previous episodes here, we showed a stunning video of Animal C emerging from the water. Animal also knows how to move on wheels, which allow it to quickly cover long distances with minimal energy consumption. Chinese company Deep Robotics introduced its four-legged robot Yayang as the first domestic four-legged robot for industrial applications and scenarios. According to the developers, it can inspect rooms, is highly adaptable to its environment and perception capabilities, and is stable on the nervous surface. The robot is equipped with a computing platform and the Huawei Atlas 200 artificial intelligence technologies, characterized by its miniature size and low power consumption. The University of Southern California Viterbi School of Engineering unveiled the semi-autonomous, four-legged Laser D robot for disinfecting cluttered areas. The robot features a spray-based disinfection system and uses body movements to control the spray without the need for an additional stabilizing mechanism. The system includes the ability to process images and to check disinfected areas. The European Space Agency unveiled the younger brother of its Rosalind Franklin ExoMars rover, ExoMi. The blueprints and software for this mini version of the full-size Mars Explorer are available for free. You only need a 3D printer, and you can print, assemble, and program your own ExoMi. The Boring Company from Elon Musk first published a video of the station for the LVCC Loop high-speed underground system near Las Vegas. The project will start operating as early as this year in 2021. The last time the Boring Company showed its work was when it finished excavating the first of 2 tunnels for the LVCC. In September, Musk reported that the first fully operational tunnel under the city was almost complete. The Las Vegas Convention Center was the customer for the transportation system and is the Boring Company's first commercial project. The project of the world's largest robot continues to evolve. The full-scale moving robot Gundam on display at Yamashita Pier on the port of Yokohama was presented to the press on November 30th. It opened to the public starting December 19th on 2020 with an official release scheduled for late March of 2022. Subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what do you want to learn about from our videos, and don't miss any new episodes. News from Elon Musk, Microsoft's digital reincarnation of humans, robots for the military, flying cars, and other high-tech news. Like the video and let's go! This October, the SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft will deliver Tom Cruise and his crew to the ISS. The flight will be operated by Houston-based startup Axiom Space, which plans to develop space tourism. The mission, called AX-1, includes a 10-day voyage to and from the International Space Station, as well as filming episodes of Tom Cruise's upcoming movie on the station, the name and the plot of which is not yet disclosed. According to some rumors, it will be a sequel to the Mission Impossible franchise, while others say it will be something completely new. Interestingly enough, Axiom Space plans to attach their segment to the ISS for tourists in the future, or even create their own low-orbit space station to continue operations after NASA gives up on the ISS. Elon Musk was enthusiastic about Tom Cruise's flight on Crew Dragon. After all, among other things, it's also great PR. Remember that a place on Musk's ship costs about $55 million. By the way, Elon Musk the other day became the richest man in the world, overtaking Amazon over Jeff Bezos. The entrepreneur himself took the news coolly, tweeting, "How strange. Well, back to work." The entrepreneur claims that half of his fortune, whatever it may be, will be used to solve problems on Earth, and the other half to build a colony on Mars. Do you believe Musk? Let us know down in the comments. The largest Tesla electric gas station with 72 charging points appeared in Shanghai. The station is located at the Xinjiang International Center in Shanghai's business and commercial district. The charging capacity in China is lower than in California at only 150 kilowatts compared to 250 kilowatts in the US, which means drivers will have to wait longer to fully charge their battery. Interestingly enough, China has become a major market for Tesla so far, with the Model 3 being the second most popular electric car in the country. The first place is the $5,000 Hongguang Mini, which is about 10 times lower than the price of Elon Musk's car. Some more news about Tesla Model 3 came from the United States. Recently, the electric car drove more than 1,200 kilometers on autopilot almost without any human intervention. For more than 12 hours of travel from San Francisco to Los Angeles and back, the driver drove the car no more than 5 minutes. Thus, in the city, the car was controlled by a beta version of full self-driving, and on the highway by autopilot mode. Let's remember that one of the conditions used for full self-driving is the constant control from the side of the driver and his hands on the steering wheel of the car. As a result of the experiment, the owner of the Model 3 noted that the car did not violate any rules but not always acted logically, which in itself can cause inadequate reaction from other drivers and therefore make it a danger on the road. Since the fall of 2020, a flying car from the Dutch company PAL V Liberty has been allowed to drive on the roads of the European Union. The car is capable of speeds of up to 100 km per hour on the ground and in the air, and in takeoff, 5 to 10 minutes from a runway length of 180 meters. At the same time, to land, Liberty needs only a platform of just 3 meters. The car is equipped with 2 engines, one for ground movements, the second for flights. The 100-liter tank of the car is designed for 1,300 kilometers on roads or 500 kilometers by air. So far, only one sample of Liberty can be driven on public roads, as the company has yet to prove that it's capable of mass-producing cars on a single quality standard. And despite the price of the car being around 500,000 euros, the company's already received 30 first orders for this vehicle. AeroCab began to conduct air tours for tourists in China. The Yihang flying cars operate in the city of Zhaoqing and Guangdong province in the south of China, where the lake and swampy terrain is favorable to aerotourism. The autonomous drone has 16 independent propellers mounted in pairs around the cabin. It can currently reach a top speed of 130 kilometers and can stay in the air for around 20 minutes without any recharging. It seems that China will master and implement many future technologies before other countries, including autonomous transport on the ground and in the sky. Microsoft has patented a way to digitally reincarnate a person by transferring their identity into an intelligent chatbot. It will be possible to create digital copies of both living and deceased people, but only based on a large amount of data about them, from photos, social media entries, voice files, and messenger messages. The chatbot will be accompanied by a 2- or 3-dimensional model of the person as well as a personalized voice synthesizer. At the same time, the algorithm will be teachable, so it will be able to give it a more accurate personality traits yourself. Well friends, Cyberpunk is just around the corner, and another idea from the Black Mirror series soon may be practically feasible. If you don't want to miss the moment when it happens, subscribe to the Pro Robot channel. More news from the cyberpunk world. Brain Robotics has announced the creation of an intelligent learning prosthesis that will give you full control over each finger. A built-in algorithm detects the tiniest muscle signals, converts them into hand movements, and learns to do so better and better over time. Users will be able to control the prosthesis by thinking about individual finger movements and gestures, and thus training the prosthesis. Volkswagen has unveiled a prototype robot for charging an electric car. The robot delivers a mobile charger to the car in the garage or parking lot at the request of the owner or the car itself. When charging is complete, the robot delivers the mobile charger to a permanent parking spot. The system is designed to simplify the integration of chargers into the existing system of garages and parking lots. The robot sees its surrounding and is able to avoid collisions with people and cars. We wish nothing but success for Volkswagen and hope the project becomes a reality, as we've been waiting for robotic charging robots for a long time. The UK Army is introducing nano drones from UAV Tech and Base Systems. Bug drones weighing only 200 grams can reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour and operate autonomously for 40 minutes within a radius of 2 kilometers. The reconnaissance vehicles can transmit images to multiple devices and cope with bad weather. Now, developers are exploring options and the possibility of integrating bugs with other military devices. Gazprom Neft has tested a prototype of the Kamaz Chelnok unmanned truck. The unmanned vehicles equipped with lidars and cameras, algorithms for processing data from sensors allow the vehicle to move independently on the roads, avoiding collisions with cars and people. The pod is symmetrical and can be loaded and unloaded from either side, and the front and rear axles of the vehicle have equal turning capabilities. On a single charge of the unmanned vehicle, it can carry loads of up to 10 tons for distances of up to 50 kilometers. Robotics platform Marker overcame 30 kilometers in autonomous mode on rugged terrain. The system of autonomous movement control of the platform received the coordinates of the set point and ensured the arrival of the platform to it in an hour and a half. The Marker navigated thanks to a vision system based on neural networks. The robot was able to create a route by itself, correcting it as it went along, taking into account obstacles. Now the platform, capable of moving 48 hours on the road and 24 hours in the field or forest belt, will be tested at 50, 100, and 200 kilometers. Subscribe to the Pro Robot channel, like this video, and don't miss any new upcoming releases.